what's going on, everybody? Figured I would drop in and say hello to everybody. I know it's been a little while since I had a live going. Don't tell me. Anybody hearing me out there? It seems like my mic audio seems low or something. What's up, Thompson? Do you hear me? Okay. I just want to make sure the little audio bars weren't doing their normal thing, so I wasn't sure if it was actually working. How you guys doing today? How's it going, Jeremy? Cyclone? Jason, how's it going, buddy? Nothing too exciting today. Just checking in. I know it's been a while since I did any lives. Obviously, been pretty wrapped up with all the radiation treatment and all that stuff. But, finally got out yesterday. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, saw some of the short stuff I put up places, and we had a blast out there. Me and Trevor yesterday with the ramp. It was so nice to finally get out there yesterday. It wasn't too bad of a day. We had a blast. How's it going, Jason? How's it going, bud? Um, Treatments, they're so far they're okay. Everything's healing pretty well on the arm. This has been skin that kind of just came off. Not sure if it's all radiation or what. You can see one of my lovely little markers. All these lasers that come down from the ceiling in the room line up with this. These little tattoo marks, little tiny dot tattoos they put on my chest and around my sides, and these lasers line up with all of those. Um, and I got like this mold. Good. How's it going, guys? Um, but yeah, I lay down on this table, and they got before I started, they made this mold of like my whole upper body, my chest, my arm, and everything. And basically lay down on this table, and I sit right in this mold. And then they kind of fine tune me with the table and all this stuff, line everything up, and then starts the radiation treatment. What's going on, Harold? How's it going, buddy? Yeah, I know you were one of the ones that were telling me about. I should do a live here soon and just kind of check in. I just wanted to basically check in with everybody and let everybody know. I am still kicking. Things are going good. Um, Today was treatment number 930. So I'm almost to the 1/3 mark or whatever you want to call it. It's interesting. I've just been recently noticing like my shoulder has been hurting a lot over the last, especially today. I don't know what it was, but after today, my whole upper shoulder kind of hurts. Um, and I kind of went through a spell last week where I just felt like really tired and run down, and all I wanted to do was just sleep or lay down on the couch and not do anything. But been feeling better over the last few days now. During the weekend, I think. Um, yeah, exactly, Jason. I have a little map drawn all over me. What's weird is like the incision area now has gotten like really hard. Like from where the incision was. I don't know the radiation. I've been trying to find out like all the details of what weird stuff happens. Like it's kind of made the incision area like really hard. I don't know. It's kind of weird. They said eventually I'll have a nice tan from like here to about here is where they're hitting with all the radiation. So I'm guessing this whole area, they said, after a couple weeks will start to darken up. Not the kind of tan you want to get though. But how's everybody else doing today? Anybody else have any fun this weekend? I know the weather has been less than favorable in a lot of areas. That's We got lucky yesterday because Trevor was off. Obviously, I'm home, and we busted out the ramp. And it was almost 50 degrees, but it was nice and sunny and beautiful out. We got the Typhon 6S. I took Great XL, Techno, and something else I'm forgetting. Mojave with me, and we got out there, and I mean, the Typhon, of course, was flying like a rocket as usual, but it was a blast. We had a great time out there. I got 3 videos put together from yesterday, guys. I mean, they are just, I couldn't be happier. I mean, the airtime we were catching out there was a blast. Waiting for an HPI Baja. You're getting an HPI Baja? There's some exciting things. I had I don't know what I can all get, but had a very cool conversation this morning with somebody, and there's going to be some exciting things coming to the channel. That'll be fun. I'm kind of excited about that. We'll kind of get some cool things coming in cars. So that was fun. Yeah, you know what, Grateful Dad, that's been it. It's like, the whole attitude I've had coming into this was like, there isn't anything I could do. Like being miserable or mad or upset or depressed or anything isn't going to change any of it. Like it's not going to change the outcome of this or going through it. So I just decided, at that point, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's in God's hands at this point, and I'm going to do everything doctors suggest and kind of been talking with them and finding out all the details of each thing that they wanted to do, and basically making a decision at that point on, was this the best route? And I'm just enjoying a new foot plus. Oh, geez, I'm sorry, Jeremy. We don't have any snow here. It's colder today, but we don't have any snow at the moment. Uh, yeah, it's just I decided I wasn't going to go into this miserable, and I'm just going to keep the same attitude along and just act like, as long as it says, it's like nothing's happening. I'm on a little vacation right now, sort of, and uh, the mic is acting wonky or cutting it out. See, I wondered this because it seems like this thing is very sensitive. I wasn't seeing the green bars as much. Is it better if I get closer to this thing? Grateful that I seen all the snow. I seen a whole bunch of videos from out there with the snow falling out there. That is crazy. I don't know if there's anywhere in here I can crank up this microphone too. I'm gonna look and see here real quick. I know there's somewhere. I'm sorry, guys. I still have kind of the temporary camera set up in here, and it's just not as nice as what I had set up before. At some point here, I will get it put back together again. I know there's somewhere. I think it seemed like whenever I leaned back and got away from the camera too far is when it started. Oh, geez. Sorry. Yeah, I got to get my other camera and microphone and stuff back together again. Like I said, I originally just threw this together up here because this is basically my little gaming area where we get on and me and Trevor and some other friends get on and play Call of Duty and things like that. I just got to threw everything up here. But yeah, no, as far as not the volume. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I selected it how I normally do as far as the microphone, but I don't really have much control over this microphone because it's not separate from the camera. I don't know. I don't know if I can change anything in here while I'm in here. There's somewhere in here I see. Yeah, I can't change the camera or audio while I'm in here. I don't see anything. Like I can see where I can normally select my video and all that, but it's locked out now that it's live. What's up, Commander? How's it going, buddy? Short somewhere, huh? I don't. You know what? I'm going to turn on my phone for a second and listen to this. I'm not sure what it sounds like. Now I got my own commercial. Come on. Sorry, guys, we're having technical issues today. It's been weird. My internet here at home has been acting weird. Like, one minute it's fine, and then all of a sudden it'll get real slow down. I don't know what's happening. I hear what you guys are saying. It's like the mic cutoff is set too high. It's I have to turn the mic threshold up, but I don't think I can do that while I'm on here. So I'm just gonna try and talk a little louder. Hopefully that helps. How you doing, Commander? How you doing today, bud? Like I said, guys, I just figured I'd check in and say hi to everybody. And I know you've put out some videos. A lot of people have been asking how I'm doing and how all that's been going, how the treatment's been going, and all that. But I just figured I'd check in and say hi and see how all you guys are doing. Got a foot of snow. Sorry, man. I just read your message. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, geez. Trying to catch on the comments here. Anybody else got anything exciting we're working on? Yeah, I don't know what it is, Thompson. Like, it just started about a week ago. It was perfectly fine, ran normal, and then all of a sudden, like even when I'm gaming or stuff like that on here, it's like all of a sudden it creates all this lag. It goes away and comes back. It's fine. I don't know if there's like a bad connection somewhere in the cable system or what. Thanks, Cyclone. I appreciate you, buddy. Things are doing good. Dealing with all the lovely medical stuff, trying to get all that stuff sorted out. I'll tell you what, we're seeing so many different doctors between regular doctors, specialist doctors, dermatologists, radiation people. Um, Everybody has got their hand in my pocket. What's up, 3DRC? How's it going, bud? That's why I chopped in today, 3D. Figured I just gotta check in and say hi to everybody, see everybody else is doing, let you guys know, how things were going with me and the treatment and all that. And so far, things are going okay. Jeez. We're hoping. I got a car. What's up, Jason? But yeah, I got another car. I'm gonna do a little unboxing video on. It's a little 3S car. It's a 12 scale or 16. It's a smaller, it's a car, but it's a 3S car. It's all brushless. Now I'm gonna do an unboxing video with that thing here, and take it for a little break. And also probably gonna have my nephew Brody. I don't know if you guys have caught any of the recent videos with my nephew. And guys, that was his first time ever being at a track or even jumping a car. Like he has a couple smaller cars at home. He drives around, in his yard and stuff. That was the first time he was ever jumping the cars or ever really drove any of my cars. And I was just blown away with that kid's driving skills. I mean, the way that he was jumping those cars and had a complete, real good understanding of throttle control and how to bring the front end up, the brakes, just surprised the heck out of me. And the company actually contacted me and saw the video with him, and they kind of wanted to send him a car and have him drive it. So I'm going to do a little unboxing part, and then I'm going to have Brody do some driving with the car. We'll probably head to the park, maybe down to the skate park and stuff, and rip it around a little bit. I've got the Mayo Clinic right down the road. Oh, I hope everything's okay, Jeremy. Mayo Clinic, yes, I was. Well, not the Mayo Clinic. That's the Cleveland Clinic. I have stuff with also. Yeah, Jason, I was surprised. So, yeah, we got another car coming up with that. It should be a fun car. With the system that's in it, it should be pretty fast. So I'm excited to get this thing out of the box and take it out for a rip. But it's raining out today, so we had a nice day yesterday. Was able to go out and have a fun bash of the ramp, but it's pouring down raining outside at the moment. But I guess at least it's not snow, right? Sorry for those of you with a foot of snow right now. And guys, I've mentioned this before, but honestly, anybody out there, if you ever feel a weird lump under your skin or a lump anywhere, and just think, it's probably a zit or a cyst or whatever you think it might be, for God's sakes, go to the dermatologist and get it looked at. I wish I had gotten this looked at a year ago, but it was kind of weird. It just felt like this light little lump on my arm, and I thought nothing of it. Finally, in between switching jobs, whenever I left television, went to work on the robots, and then when I was going back to television, I had some free time. I thought, you know what? I'm going to go get this thing removed. That's how this all started. So, if you ever feel anything weird on you, go get it checked out. Don't just blow it off because you never know what it is. Over a year this spring, I can't wait to. I hope you get out there, Bubbles. It was nice. Yesterday was a beautiful day. I actually had some decent days for wintertime here in the Northeast area. I mean, we've had a pretty mild winter so far. We had that really, really bad cold front that came through where we had the negative 25 and all of that. We've had some snow here and there, but all in all, winter this year has not been too bad at all. I mean, if you were to go out and take the ramp out in February, it's not normal. Hi, Emily. How you doing? I hope you get out there, Bubbles, and have some fun. Gonna hopefully head back out again sometime this weekend, see how things go. We're gonna try and take out that new car, and I got a couple other repairs done. Take a rip out, and like I said, guys, we got some other exciting stuff coming up here, coming to the channel. So I'm excited to when I get into all that. Did anybody else get out this weekend? Got out to some graces. Where do you live, BB? That's one thing I wish. What's up, Jims? How's it going, bud? That's one thing I wish my area had more. We had that one indoor track that some of you may have seen. Oh, yeah, you always got the nice weather out there, BB. But that's the only thing bad about my area. Like, we got a lot of great bashing spots, but as far as racetracks, there's the one indoor track, but it's a very small indoor track. And they were building a really nice outdoor track about 20 minutes from me. But it seems like everything has come to a halt. They had all the building delivered. They had huge steel building delivered, and they were going to build this big shop and a huge outdoor track. And it all just the building's laying there on the ground, not built. I don't know what's going on. I hope that they get it put together because it looks like it'd be an awesome track and a great place. Yeah, it has been a very mild winter. Where are you at, Bubbles? Yeah, it has not been a normal winter as far as what we usually have here. I mean, we still normally have a decent amount of snow on the ground right now, and we got rain. Thank you, Henry. I really appreciate that, buddy. Saskatchewan, Canada. Ooh, you know what? I am almost positive I was in Saskatchewan. Um, I went on a tour from one end of Canada to the other. We were on. You guys have probably all heard of Kraft macaroni and cheese. Obviously, they did this thing whenever working in television. We did the celebration tour thing. We flew into Vancouver, and then we got on tour buses and went the whole way across Canada and would do these unveilings, these celebrations at different towns all throughout Canada. And uh, they would do it on Sports Center. Or I think it was like Canada's version of Sports Center. I can't remember what it was. But I know we were in Saskatchewan and all across Canada. It was absolutely beautiful up there, though. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a long tour. Nothing like riding on a tour bus from one end of Canada to the other. I forget where we eventually ended. I mean, it was pretty close to the eastern side, or it was not near the falls, but it was like a little bit before that. I don't remember all that. I'm not real great with all the different towns in Canada. We're supposed to have another decent day on Wednesday. It's supposed to be like around 62 degrees. So Trevor mentioned we might try to head somewhere. I know the motocross track, now that it's going to be raining for the next couple of days, the motocross track is going to be out. It turns into a mud fest down there. And the BMX track this time of year is always very hit or miss. We're probably either going to head to the skate park or we're going to take the ramp out somewhere else. We've been looking around trying to find some really good places to put the ramp. I want to find like a really cool spot where it's almost a downhill drop off. It'd be kind of fun to launch the cars off that ramp like we do, but have it on a downhill drop off would be pretty fun. So we're trying to look around for something like that, but haven't found very much right now. One thing I see all these guys always putting like even Commander in here, guys, getting these roads like they're dead end roads, end out into the dirt and grass, and I cannot find any of those around me. None. I was literally driving around aimlessly one day, just taking all these weird back roads, trying to find like newer construction areas where they may not have finished the road yet, try to find something, and I can't. I haven't found anything like that yet. What's up, two? Gen Bobo? Second Gen Bobo. Gotcha. There's somebody else I kept calling in here as Guru. I always kept pronouncing his name Guru until it dawned on me it was just Guru. I'm really terrible with names sometimes. And you guys have been around here long enough that so I'm always calling things the wrong thing. Yeah, Henry, it's rough, man. When winter was first really kicking in, it's like I'm sitting there stuck and looking outside at 6 inches or a foot of snow, and I see everybody out on the West Coast or in California still out there in their shorts and t-shirts bashing it. Like, really makes you want to move sometimes. I think if I ever moved anywhere warm, it would probably be somewhere in Arizona. We were just out in Phoenix, the Super Bowl. It's beautiful. I really, honestly love the Phoenix area. Like, I like the terrain. I like the scenery. It's a nice place. I dig it. But yeah, that's one thing that you get from this being in this part of the area is that everybody out on the West Coast or warm weather never get to use the cars in the snow, which could be a good or bad thing. Really, we all know how lovely the snow is for your cars, but or should I say bearings? More like it's always the bearings that usually cause the first problem. But they don't get to make any snow bashing videos, so we got that. But they do get to bash all year round in the warm weather. Yeah, yeah. Texas. I mean, we were recently. I've been all over Texas. I was in Dallas. I was in Fort Worth, um, Houston, uh, somewhere else. We were down there doing a whole bunch of basketball. We were TCU down there, and it was beautiful. Except when we were down there, doing a basketball game at TCU, is when that huge ice storm came through, and that turned into a mess. I never seen so much ice in Texas. Let me tell you guys, getting to the airport that morning of that ice storm that came through was an absolute. It was a miracle we made it to the airport. I mean, all the roads were covered with about 2 to 3 inches of ice. It was just a solid block ice. You could have put ice skates on and skated to the airport. I mean, it was such a disaster. I know Arizona gets hot during the summer. It depends on the area too, but also with like California too. Obviously, it's that drier heat. Like out here on the East Coast, we'll have 80, 90, 100. 100-degree days, but you have humidity levels that make it feel just horrible. I mean, humidity is what's terrible. If I'm somewhere hot, I'm okay with that. As long as it's not humid, it does not really bother me. It's the humidity that kills me. And that's what drives me crazy about this thing. Is that you have kind of hot temperatures, 90s, pretty much throughout the summer, and it's humid as hell. That's the only reason I say like Arizona is like, yeah, it's hot, but there's no humidity. But of course, there's also lots of things that want to bite and eat you and kill you out there. So that's the other downfall. What's up, Shade Tree? What's going, buddy? Have a good one, Bubbles. I guess you're out of here. Have a good day, man. I appreciate you stopping in, buddy. But yeah, the humidity is what just it makes it horrible. It's like even when we're out there bashing, like go out to the motocross track on a 95-degree day, and it's like 20 or 30% humidity or more. I mean, the cars do not last at all. They heat up and overheat really bad, and it's miserable walking. By the time you get out of there, you're soaking wet, just sweating like crazy. Now I know there's parts. I can't remember where it was. There's somewhere in the country, like it has a pretty constant ambient temperature of around like 75 to 80 degrees or something like that, and it's either very low or no humidity. I can't remember where that is at. It's probably expensive to live there because they have beautiful weather. I think it might be some part of California or very close to California. Might be like some sort of valley. How you been, Shade Tree? On this Disney Dozer conversion I'm working on. Is it driving you crazy, Shade? Yeah, I know. A couple friends, bunch of guys, out there in California. It's like whenever I hear they start saying, "Oh, it's 100, 105 degrees out." It's like you watch their videos. They go out, they run them for a couple minutes, they overheat, cooling down, trying to get them going again. That's not very fun either. Thank you, Evan. Evan Max 2 and want to get Arma. Which one should I go for? What kind of running are you doing, Evan? Are you doing like are you jumping a lot? You kind of just running through the yards? What kind of bashing are you doing? That always plays a big part in what car. Like everybody says, "Oh, I'm looking for a new car. What should I get?" People are always going, "I'll get a crate and get this, get that." But it really depends on what your driving style is, where you're going to use it. It was 110 at Folsom Lake last summer. I bet it did. Running in the park mostly. You're kind of staying more on the ground, a lot more, but it also a car that is great. Or once you want to start jumping more. Um, I would honestly go with the Italian. Sorry, the Italian. I call it the Italian EXP or the Italian or Italian Success. You keep the tires that come on it stock. The cars they don't have much air control, but the thing is a blast on the ground. And then if you want to start jumping it more, getting air control, throw a set of the D Boots backflip LPs on it, and the thing's a beast. Everybody seems to pass up the Italian EXP and go towards like the Creighton or something else all the time. And the Italian is probably one of the best cars out there that Arma has. But yet, for some reason, people always go after the Creighton. I don't know why. Looking at the Creighton. Yeah, see, if you're going to be running this more on the ground, and honestly, I've had better luck with the drivetrain, with differentials and everything else also on the Italian than I have on the Creighton. So I would honestly pick the Italian. Yeah, the Italian is a great all around car. It's great for just ripping around in the dirt and the grass or on the pavement. But if you want to go send that thing and jump it, throw a set of tires on it, and it's an all-around great car. Aftermath. I'm sorry. Monday morning quarterback session. You know, Jason, I did that last summer. I was running. I think it was my. I think it was my X Max or something. I was running just in this big gravel parking lot that had a couple big mounds of dirt and gravel and stuff. And I was just tearing around this place. And the ESC kept shutting down, and I had just gone and grabbed something for lunch, and I had a cup filled with ice. And I kept doing that in between. When it would overheat, I would come out and dump a big pile of the ice on the motor and everything, let it melt, cool everything off, take it back out, run it some more, dump some more ice on it. It worked great. Don't know how good it is for the motor, really, but it worked. Yeah, the ice. Just carry around. You go bashing on a hot day. Just take a big bucket of ice with you. Not a bucket, but take a big tumbler or something with ice with you. Throw a little bit on there, cool it down. I mean, the ESCs and motors and all that stuff get wet on a regular basis. At least like mine, like motocross tracks in place, they get soaked. So I figure the ice can't be too bad for it. Dump a pile of ice on all of it, let it cool down. You're ready to roll again. Dude, grateful to my Outcast 4S, and that's what I have as a V2. That thing has become one of my favorite cars as far as just beating that thing around, jumping it. The air control on that thing is spot on. You got it. Did you turn your brake strength down on yours? That's one thing I noticed, and Rich Duperbash told me about it whenever he first got his. He was one of the first people to get one of those. Turning the brake strength down on that thing. I turned the brake strength down at one notch, and I turned the punch up, I think, one notch, and then I geared it up, I think, 2 feet. And that thing is just a blast. The Outcast Forest is so much fun. Yeah, plus you can get hot. You can grab a few ice cubes and eat them yourself. Yeah, Evan, the Creighton 4S, the new V2. I don't have the Creighton, but I have the Outcast, and the Outcast 4S has been awesome. It's a That car is a blast. That would probably be another great suggestion. If you're looking to run it on 4S, is to get either the Creighton or the Outcast 4S. I've had a blast with mine. Yeah, Shade Tree. The MT410 is going to be my next build for sure. The next car that I kind of want to put together from the ground up, because you guys know how much my Techno. You guys see the Techno video coming up here on that ramp. I mean, that car just blew me away. The durability of that thing now and the way that thing jumps is just awesome. But yeah, anyway, if you're thinking about wanting to run on 4S, the Creighton 4S and the Outcast 4S would be another great car. Yeah, Nick, I love my freaking Outcast. That thing has been awesome. I had it out yesterday during the bash with the ramp and was just launching that thing. I was pulling front flips, a little over 100-foot front flips on that thing. It's just butter smooth in the air. Perfect rotation. That car was a blast. But I ended up breaking my chassis. And I don't know if any of you guys seen her on my Facebook or anything else, but you see why. Trevor was driving his infraction, and I was just doing some wheelies with the Outcast. Well, I had the Outcast almost wide open in a wheelie, and Trevor come flying with the infraction the other direction, and the whole bottom of my chassis collided with the front of the infraction, and it cracked the one side of the chassis. It was hilarious. If any of you guys didn't see it, I posted up a couple shorts, and that clip is in one of the short videos I put up. It was hilarious, man. That Outcast took a massive tumble. But everything else about the car, the A arms, and all the steering rack and everything else is holding together awesome on it. Yeah, grateful as I have the chassis brace on my Outcast 4S, um, and it's been holding up great for like all the regular bashes and jumps. But the way that the Outcast collided with the attraction, it caught on the one side of the bash bar and just cracked that whole part of the chassis, unfortunately. But the M2C chassis brace worked great for like jumping and stuff like that. It was just one of those fluke things that his car caught my car just in the wrong spot and at pretty good speeds too, so it didn't help anything. Yeah, the chassis brace is definitely a must on that thing, especially if you're gonna be jumping that thing or taking it to a skate park or anything like that. It definitely saves that thing. You know, it's always scary when you get a brand new car. It's like you hate to go out there and get it all dirty and scratched up, and that's why I usually just get it, throw a battery, and take it out there and immediately usually do a wheelie or roll it and scratch the lid up, and it's like, all right, all bets are off now. The diffs on my 4S, you mean? I have not cracked open any of the differentials um, on my 4S at all. The infraction, of course, just like the Mojave, took it like a champ. It dented in the front, the whole front bumper and everything on his, which popped right back out. But it kind of caught the shock tower area, his wheel, the front corner, right on the edge of one side of my chassis. It just cracked it right along there. Oh, yeah, no, Nick, I haven't opened up any of my differentials yet. I haven't really touched the car. Like I said, I threw a little bit bigger pinion on it. I turned the punch up, and I turned the brake strength down one notch. And I've just been beating the snot out of that thing, and it's just been rolling. What's up, hardcore? How's it going, Dave? But yeah, it. They definitely 3S and the 4S. You're going to be taking those things to skate parks or anything like that. The chassis brace, you definitely help out a lot. I'm doing good, Dave. I just actually got home from treatment number radiation treatment number 9 today. So just figured I'd get on here for a little bit and say hi to everybody. I know it's been a while since I've done a live. I figured I'd check in and say hi to everybody. See how everybody else was doing and how everybody's weekend's going. How everybody's weekend was. Things have been going good. We had a lot of Dave. We had a lot of fun yesterday. What time is it over there? What is it here? So it's what, 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock where you're at, Dave? You're what, 5 hours or 6 hours ahead? I haven't. The superpowers haven't completely kicked in yet. I can feel it happening, but instead I'm getting, I was showing people earlier. Instead, I'm getting pieces of skin that kind of peel off, and my shoulder hurts. And I don't know if it's like in my head, but afterwards, it's like after every treatment, it's like the inside of my arm feels like. I mean, I guess like it's microwave. Like the inside feels warmer than the rest of it. It's weird. Still sitting here working. The only thing, I thought it was going to be fun. Well, no, I take that back. I didn't think it was going to be fun, but I thought it was going to maybe be nice being off work for a little period of time here during all this treatment. But I'm now sitting here wishing I could go back to work in the worst way right now. I would so much rather be working than dealing with all this. I'll tell you that. I know, but it smells kind of good, Dave. Like, I mean, it kind of smells like a hot pocket or something. But yeah, I thought it was going to be fun being off for a little bit, but it's I would definitely much rather be going back to work. Not only am I not used to being home so many days in a row doing stuff, dealing with all the radiation and all this stuff every day, and doctor's appointments, dermatologist appointments, and everything else isn't the most fun in the world, but I get through it. It'll be over at some point. I know that's the problem, isn't it? There never seems to be that balance. Either you're working entirely too much and you feel burned out, and all you want to do is be off work, or you're off too much and you want to go back to work. This never seems to be that middle ground where it's like, this is perfect. Like, I'm working enough, but I'm home enough. I don't think that exists. It's always one or the other. You know, the gray area never seems to exist with work. Uh, you have 6S backflips on what? Is that on a four on the Outcast or Creighton for us? Yeah, Nick. I was saying earlier, I was blown away with Brody with his jumping skills already. I mean, the kid for the first time ever jumping the car. And I just really quickly explained to him, when if your front end's up a little too high, you want to just very lightly touch the brakes. Nose are going down, hit the gas. And that's all I told him. And I never even really had to tell him very much. He was very quick to pick up on it. And I was amazed with the amount of jumps that he landed. It was just, I was floored. Yeah. Oh, the MT410. Yeah, I was surprised. I had only ever seen him up until then, just driving around the grass and parking lot and stuff. But he picked up on it really fast. So yeah, I'm hoping. Well, like I said, it's raining, so I know Switchback is going to be out. The motocross track's going to be out for a little bit. It's going to be a muddy disaster down there. But once summertime comes along and we get into those nice, hot, dusty days where the car disappears into a cloud of dust, we'll be back down there again. Or whenever it does dry up. Usually around springtime it gets nice because it dries up just enough and you don't have all the dust. Then when summertime hits, it's just a mess on there. It's so dusty. Cars and Kids on the YouTube channel. He's been having fun. He's going to come out with me more for sure. He wants to come back out, obviously. He's really enjoying it. And like I said, he told you guys the car that was sent to me, they want to have him drive it in the video. So that'll be fun. He's got his own car to kind of take out around, so that'll be fun. Find my next car, he has 6 Outcasts and Creighton. I do know track. You just keep it on the ground, Lawrence? If you're just looking for something to rip around the grass and the dirt and just tear around, I mean, Mojave or Typhon is kind of a hard decision, honestly, but I would probably pick the Mojave if you're not going to jump it. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, I love my Mojave. It's probably the toughest car I have in my fleet. So much of it, obviously, is because of that body. It protects a lot of it, and the thing's just a blast. Like yesterday, Trevor took my Mojave out for the very first time. He never drove one, and he fell in love with that thing. He was having a blast with that Mojave, just tearing it around, ripping around to the dirt. So I think Trevor's going to end up with Mojave here very soon because he had a blast with it. And they're very tough. I mean, they are a very durable car. Exactly, yeah. The Mojave is a land rocket, and the Typhon is an air rocket. Because, I mean, the Typhon flies through the air like no other. I mean, that car is a missile. Um, but I would honestly go non EXB for the Mojave. Um, Personally, I'm not a giant fan of the EXB diffs. And if, like I said, if you're not bashing the thing super hard or doing anything crazy with it, you don't need all that. Mojave is a beast. I mean, I've hardly done anything to mine. I put a couple of changed out one of the center braces, with the aluminum ones because I did eventually I split the plastic on one, and something else on it. Oh, I changed out my rear differential case to aluminum one because I do it with all my 6S cars, just because it does help secure that differential a lot better, so you don't get that plastic flexing and chipping a gear. But if you're, like I said, again, if you're not really ripping on the thing, I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that is one thing with the Mojave that is good to get are the wheel nuts from M2C Racing. The Mojave likes to eject wheel nuts. I mean, those wheels get just spinning, and for some reason, I don't know if it's the rims or what it is about those cars, but they do like to eject the wheel nuts. So you get a good set of the wheel nuts on there, crank them on there, you don't have any problems with them. Yeah, the Mojave's awesome. Am I a golfer? I golf a little bit here and there with friends, but all of this was from all the golf tournaments. I was on the golf tour for a couple of years, working on the television side, obviously. So I started collecting these flags. I can do this without breaking the camera too much. Started getting a lot of these. I started collecting them, and I needed to find something else. They're kind of not put up there very well right now. They're just kind of hung at the time, but um, yeah, they're just all the different flags. I started collecting them from all the different courses that we were on during the tour. But I love playing it too. Like I go out with friends, during the summertime, and we love it. We'll go to like some of these bar tournaments and stuff like that. And they're a blast. But yeah, I play golf, but I'm not on that level. If that's what you're asking. Uh, my stock Mojave system. That probably runs good. I still have my stock system in my Mojave. It's still the stock power system. Uh, I put on a 3DRC front and rear bumper support on mine, which has been holding up phenomenal. And I changed the center braces out inside because I had broken one of them. But it's still a stock chassis, stock power system, everything. It, I mean, it beat the snot out of that Mojave. It just keeps on going. I've been so tempted a couple times. It's not the TRX4, but that new truck. It's not what is that thing? The new Traxxas. It's a truck. It looks like an old Chevy body. It actually looks really cool. Well, I know, and I have one. I got the Arma banner from downstairs, but I started looking around, and I did recently just start looking around on eBay and stuff, trying to find smaller banners, like maybe you know 2.5 by 2 foot or 3 foot or whatever, smaller ones that I could actually hang up in here from like Arma and Traxxas and Low C and Techno. I was starting to look around and try and find some. Some people want just stupid money for a banner. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I know. You just want it for reasons, right? Well, that's whenever I drove Earl Moorhead's. I can't remember which system he had. Whenever I met up with him in California, I drove his Mojave. And that thing, I know we broke a record on that thing for his speed record on the car that day. That thing flew. That Mojave absolutely flew. Yeah, that's what I did on the body supports for the Mojave. I took part of my pit map that I had got and folded it over a bunch of times and jammed it underneath the body support. And I've only broken one of the body mounts so far. It's just been repeated upside down landing because Mojave doesn't fly that great. It floats around, so but that padding underneath or between the mount has helped out drastically with that body mod breaking. TRX4 is like the M. Talking about the TRX4, that's a crawler truck, right? I'm gonna build the Techno hopefully sometime this summer once hopefully things get back to normal and all that, because right now like things have been kind of just crazy with being off work, um, and all of this. I've been just trying to be obviously a little more careful because between not getting paychecks and having all the medical bills, I just been kind of that's a lot of reasons like guys why I haven't like gone out and bought one of the brain farts, the new Traxxas, the XRT, and stuff like that. Like I thought about getting one, but I decided not to just because I got a lot of other things going on. I'm just trying to be careful with all that. What is going on, Black Sheep? How's it going, buddy? But the K6SXL is another level. What? Wait a minute. You were in the K6XL. Oh, sorry. Yes. See. I have a hard time ranking the Creighton 6SXL with the normal car because I mean, especially my new one, the orange one. It's far. I mean, I could probably fit in my hand what the stock parts are on that car. I mean, obviously everything has been shot on that. So that's why even when I was doing a little review video on my favorite cars and this and that, it's like, yeah, I can't really say that. Oh, well, the Creighton 6S is the best car. This is my favorite car because like you can't just go buy that. People are looking to go buy a car that is going to hold up well. The Creighton 6S is in its own category. That's the other reason I never really put them in any of the videos like that because that thing is custom from the ground up. That thing, I had that car out yesterday also, and other than my body mounts coming off or my blasting my body mounts through the body, I think that was the only car that came home yesterday with not a scratch on it. As far as like the only one that I had zero issues with. Techno really didn't have any problems except I slammed the motor so hard that it jammed the gear mesh really tight. But besides that, it held up awesome. What's up, Addicted? How's it going, bud? Yeah, the Techno, the MT410 is going to be the next build, and I don't know what kind of power system I'll put in it yet. Like, I don't want to overdrive it too much. Now, I know this might sound crazy to some people. Like, I don't mind overpowering certain things, like AS, and even, I don't even think that they're truly too overpowered. Like, throwing just ridiculous amounts of power into certain cars, that drivetrain is not set up for that. It's just kind of asking for very short bash time. So I've been trying to more now determine my power system and gearing according to what tires I want to run on this thing and the durability of the drivetrain. Because you can throw tons of power in cars and go out there and blow a tire off the rim in 2 seconds or destroy the diffs every run. That's not fun to me. So I've been trying to more gear power and gearing towards how the car is going to actually be ran, and that I could actually go out there and run a whole battery pack through it and come home. That's been my goal lately. I hope your day is better today, Black Sheep. I know you had a rough day yesterday, buddy, with ESCs going up and chargers giving you problems. Oh no! You got some good deals. trying to catch. I miss a lot of comments here. I apologize, guys. Well, I'm playing. I'm hoping another thing. Once I get through all of my um, medical stuff and medical bills and all that stuff taken care of, that is going to be probably the next thing that I want to try to do, bring to the channel, is a gas car, a two-stroke car. I want to get something, maybe one of the 30-degree norths, or something along those lines. But I want to keep it gas for quite a while. I can rent it down to the motocross track, and nobody's going to complain about the noise down there because there's dirt bikes down there all the time. So I'm going to leave the gas engine at least for a while and run it until I get tired of it, and then maybe convert it to electric or something. But I definitely want a gas car. I think I think motocross track and stuff like that would be a perfect place for it. It'd be a lot of fun. What's up, Racing RC? How's it going? I appreciate that, buddy. Glad you enjoy the videos. I had a lot of fun making them. Glad people enjoy them. We got some really good videos coming up here. I have a couple videos, at least one more. I got it's kind of as far as in line of what's been made. I have like one more video, and then the videos from yesterday's bash with the ramp will be starting, and they were just epic. I mean, guys, I try not to use that word very much. Like if it wasn't really good jumps or good stuff, I don't like to use it, but it was truly an awesome day. We had so much fun and just caught some massive. I mean, Hyphen had heights that I never got before with it. What's up, Nitro Freak? How's it going, buddy? Doing good, doing good. Black Sheep, do you have a gas? Let me ask you this, guys. Who all in here? I know Nitro, obviously. You have a newer gas car. But who else has like one of the low C5Ts or something like that that's still stock? Not with the giant motor, but slightly on the stock side, but the gas motor. Because I'm curious on like what, how has everything been holding together with that car staying with the stock motor as far as differential and drivetrain? You have a lot of issues with it? Because I know I've been talking to a lot of guys running bigger systems or electric systems in those 5Ts and larger cars, and the differentials, it sounds like, at least from what I've understood, the differentials don't stay together that long. I'm like zero issues. That's obviously, I know Kenny and Thunder and guys have all been in Speed Psycho, have all had these 30-degree norths and have been telling me that they've been holding up awesome. But like I said, I don't want to put a giant electric system. I just want it to be gas. I kind of want to run it just like that down the motocross track. I know I can't air the thing out, 150 feet, but I think the motocross track, a place like that, is a really fun place to drive a car like that. I'm running a big bore on a stock drivetrain 2 years. Yeah, I mean that's pretty impressive. I mean, Nitro, as far as what you've seen, do you think that the electric systems obviously have a tendency to kill these drivetrains a little bit easier? Because it seems like that's what I've been seeing a lot. I'm watching a lot of videos on those cars and electric systems. Some guys seem like they don't have a lot of problems. Other people, it's been you know ripping the diffs out quite often. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's anything. It depends on how you're landing it. If you're landing that thing every time with the gas wide open, I mean that all those things take into account on the differential thing together. I've been trying to I've been trying to work on my driving skills as far as like pulling back flips, pulling front flips, and knowing that I have the timing to try to land that car without the gas being wide open or that thing coming alive. And trying to work on being a little bit more, I don't know you want to call it, smoothing out my skills, speak, not landing that thing. Every time that not every time, but the majority of times that I've killed differentials, it's been landing, on the dirt, grass, concrete, with that gas wide open. And it's like right after that, you start hearing the clicking, and you know what happened. So I've been trying to make sure that I don't land with the gas pinned open, trying to squeak out a backflip. Go keep it stock for the stock motor. I'm putting mine the freaking. Well, Black Sheep, Did yours even? Did you buy a roller or did you have a gas one when you got it? You got a roller, didn't you? 9.5 horsepower. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to kind of just. I want to keep one car gas and kind of get into stock motor. And I know that later on you can get beefed up motors. What is it, like 30, 40, or 50 or something like that as far as the motors. Um, you can get for those things. Maybe at some point if I get like the car and I had good luck with it, it's fun. Maybe later I'll put a bigger gas motor in it. But I don't have any gas cars. I feel like I'm missing out on something here. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I guess with two stroke, it's just like anything, like a dirt bike. I mean, I raced motocross for a long time, and it's like you take that stock system, you get the right pipe tuned towards either more low end, or high end, or more mid range. You know, it can make a big difference in that power. Yeah, that'll definitely have to be the next thing on the list. The gas car. Is it a 38? There's one bigger than it, isn't it? It's like a 40 something or a 50. I don't think it's a CC, but it's like what they call the motors, like 30 or 50 something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, see, too. It's like all the tuning in the pipes can make a big difference. Whenever I raced, it's like you got to get a new stock bike, depending on how it ran to work on the reeds. First thing would be pipe and silencer. Um, Usually different seat covers, stock seat covers. But, you go through your normal stuff, but it was amazing what a difference pipe could make to the power on those cars. I can only imagine what a 90 cc is. Probably like what? I'm gonna guess for one of these cars, like maybe 2,500 bucks, 2,000. Thanks, Thompson, for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it. That's a lot of stuff in that car too. Jeez. But I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna have some fun with one of those. That's gonna be the next two things for this summer. Is going to be an MT410. I just want to do another build. I told you guys before, but that was some of the most enjoyable time I had was down here in the evening, just putting that techno together, piece by piece. It was just such a relaxing, enjoyable time. I absolutely loved it. So another reason why I want to do another build. I see a lot of people renting those Rovin Bajas. Is yours loud as hell? Every one of those I've heard are ungodly loud. Yeah, I think the motocross track. I mean, it's a perfect place for it. You're not going to tick anybody off with the noise of it, even if it's really loud. Not going to tick anybody off. You're a dirt bike track. I mean, everybody's used to noise. They obviously don't care, so it'll be a perfect environment for one of those cars. That's it, Taylor RC. There's a Taylor. It was like a Taylor 50 or something like that. Was the motor? I remember hearing something about it. I think that was the one. Yeah, that's it. I knew there was a 50 something. I think I was talking to Speed Psycho about it. And we were talking about some gas motors and stuff that I guess under what he was running and what was all out there. So, but yeah, that's about all that's going on, guys. Like I said, not gonna keep everybody. I'm probably gonna hop off here. I'm gonna go do a little bit of running around. But I just kind of wanted to say hi to everybody and let everybody know I was still alive and things are going good. Hopefully, once all this treatment is done and everything's over, I don't know how I did get to this part, but good news was they did what's called a PET scan on me, and they injected me with this um, radioactive isotope thing, and it went all through my bloodstream. They did a CT scan called a PET scan, and they scanned my whole body, and they didn't find anything else. So that was a good news. I was obviously really nervous about getting those results to see if they were going to find any other spots or lumps or anything else, but everything else came back clear. There's nothing else that concerned them. So hopefully, once this is all finished and done being cooked, they'll be back to good to go. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go finish up what I got to do for the day, and I really appreciate y'all tuning in and saying hi. I really appreciate it, and I will try to get some more live streams going here. I might actually do one of some repairs coming up here, and bring camera and stuff downstairs. Say hi to everybody during that. But I really appreciate y'all stopping by today. Hope y'all have a great week out there, and hopefully it's not too painful. And maybe you guys get to go out and have some fashion this weekend. But that is going to do it. Thank y'all. Appreciate everybody saying hi. And until next time, y'all be safe. Be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.